NIthyanandam. My name is NIthyanandam Swami. I'm a Sannyasi in the Nithyananda order, a disciple of His Holiness Paramahamsa Nithyananda. With Swamiji's grace and blessings, I make this video, which is a continuation of the series of why sannyas and dispelling the myths and conceptions about sannyas. Now, as a sannyasi in the Nithyananda order, my life has been incredible the past 7 years. Actually, it's been 8 years. As a sannyasi, many people think that you have withdrawn from life, that you've basically said no to opportunities in life. But I can tell you, nothing is further from the truth. You've actually said yes to constant expansion. Actually, the ultimate goal of sannyas is enlightenment, which is the ultimate expansion. And even that's not final, as Swamiji says. So in this path of sannyas, it's real life expansion all the time. And there's not a single part of you or pattern inside of you that doesn't get exposed when you make this commitment for sannyas. Swamiji is so committed to his sannyasis and so committed they realize their full potential. It's like even beyond words. In the outside world, you may have certain goals. You may have decided, I'm like this, I'm like that, I can do this, this is my strength, this is my weaknesses, this is a good fit. All these things we do, and we categorize ourselves, and we live a life according to those categories, those labels, and those paths that we've chosen. And that's what I was doing before I met Swamiji. But after meeting Swamiji, you realize that maybe initially some of your quote-unquote skill sets are applied in the mission, and you may have some success, but that's just a very beginning starting point, because that's not really you. That's just your idea of you, of something maybe you're a little bit used to. Swamiji shows you that you have unlimited potential. If your eyes can see it, you can do it. If you can visualize it, it can happen. So there is no question of not being able to do something or not being able to accomplish something. Even if you don't have the skill set, you can simply learn it. With Swamiji's grace, anything is possible. And we constantly see it. Like, there'll be so many instances where we're put into responsibilities and roles which we would have shied away from, which we might have been afraid to do. But when Swamiji ordains, he sustains. And we've seen that time and time again, that when Swamiji ordains, he sustains. So it doesn't really matter the role. Inside, there's a yes. You know, if Swamiji says, I can do it. And that's such an empowering thing for anybody. But it's a guarantee with sannyas, because you've committed your life for expansion. It's not a joke. You said, I want the ultimate expansion of enlightenment. And Swamiji makes sure it happens. So in the process, you experience so many breakthroughs of what you can do, how much more you can do, how many more people you can enrich, how many more creative ideas you can do. And ultimately now what Swamiji is sharing with the world is that you can manifest powers. You can make things happen without even moving. So you can move the reality around you. The difference is, you may think, okay, now if I'm not a sannyasi, Swamiji is making all of this available for people who are not sannyasis. That's true. But a sannyasi is someone who has aligned their life to this lifestyle and made commitments to this lifestyle. So even if the teachings come the same, the commitment to the path is much more clear than if you're not a sannyasi. And that's my personal experience and opinion. And definitely I can say sannyas is not a life of withdrawal. If you have that idea, you really don't know what being a Nithyananda sannyasi is about. And I hope we can interact with you more so you can get to know that better. And if you have any desire to be a sannyasi, please ping me, because I would love to speak to you, love to answer your questions. And hopefully I've dispelled one of the doubts. Sannyasi is not someone who withdraws. Sannyasi is someone who constantly expands, 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 expands. Even after enlightenment, they expand. Even Swamiji constantly says enlightenment is the ultimate experience, but it's not final. So, thank you so much. And